How are you going to handle the disciplinary action on the ship as bosun?
For me, I think it really depends on what it is. So with Pete, like calling me sweetie, that's something that I can, you know, just keep reminding him like, hey, knock it off. And eventually, 3 strikes maybe. If it's something more serious, like, some of the chatter that was going on that was inappropriate, that's definitely something that I won't let fly. And it'll piss me off quite easily.
And how quickly are you to maybe go to Captain Sandy? I mean, are you really trying to handle the deck crew within your own sort of, faction of the deck crew? Like, when does it get so bad that you feel like you have to go to the captain?
Yeah, I try to handle it myself. If I ever went to Captain Sandy, it was more of like just someone to talk to and kind of like bounce things off of, because I think I can handle them on my own. And the only time that I would go to the captain specifically is if it's something to do with, crew safety or something maybe more serious.
Well, Seconds to Laura only lasted 2 episodes after a lot of drama with Hannah, probably more than I've ever seen. But your best friend Bugsy actually just joined the crew in replacement. You looked the happiest I've seen you on the ship. How did this change the dynamic on the boat?
It definitely changed it. I mean, you couldn't deny, there's history between myself, Hannah, and Bugsy. So that was a little nerve-wracking for me because I really didn't want things to change between myself and Hannah, and I really didn't want there to be like picking sides, but I think that naturally it's going to happen. But again, I was happy to have Bugs back because I have a friend.
And there's no better person at those table settings. Let me tell you, she really creates an ambiance there. Well, we see that you have an off-boat boyfriend who is also in the yachting business. How are things going with you two? And are you guys still together? And are you chartering your boat that you're calling in from right now together? That's what I want
to know. We are still together. We're going on, 2 years. But no, he's actually on a different boat. He is in Croatia at the moment. Yeah. So we have a little bit of long distance.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you're used to that in the yachting industry, but I have to ask you, Malia, are you still in contact with Wiz?
Weasel. Yeah, I talk to him a lot, actually. He's doing amazing. And yeah, he saw that I came back on the show and he's wished me the best. So yeah.
Oh, that's great. Before I let you go, I'm curious about your other deckhand, Rob, who, 2 things to note here that I've noticed right off the bat that I had to ask you about. He seems to be getting a little flirty with Jess, who's the third stew, which, is bound to happen. Everyone's good looking on the ship and you're all, maintaining these personal relationships. But he's also what seems to me to be a very sensitive guy, that he takes things pretty personally on the ship. Do you fear that these emotions are going to get in the way of him doing his actual job as deckhand?
Definitely. Rob was such a tricky one because his emotions really determined how he was going to perform on deck. And, that's just not something I'm used to because usually when you step on deck, all that stuff needs to, be left below deck. So yeah, he was a difficult one for me at first because he was like a puzzle every day trying to figure out what his reaction or mood was going to be.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in his head. Do you ever sort of tell any of your deck crew, maybe not to get involved with the other crew members of the ship? I mean, do you feel like it's probably not a wise idea to do that? Or are you kind of like hands off and let's just see how it's affecting your work?
Well, I'd be a hypocrite if I said not to. But I think, it's one of those things where you're not going to stop crew from hooking up. So just stay out of it. And if it becomes a problem with their work or, on deck, then that's when I'll, have a chat with them.
Well, Malia, thank you so much for being here today. I love you on the show. You're absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to continue watching this season of Below Deck Mediterranean. And I really appreciate you calling in from France.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Darren. This is a blast.
Don't forget to watch Below Deck Mediterranean every Monday at 9, 8 Central on Bravo.